David!
I don't know.
What?
I have a bad feeling about this.
He'll be just fine.
Very bad feeling about this.
He will do a fine job.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I'm bringing him on stage, and you will like him.
That's impossible.
Now listen here. He will do a fabulous job. Liar! You Skywalkers are so whiny.
What did you say?
I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. Oh, that's real mature. Are you crying? You stay out of this, Wicket. I have 3 words for you. Caravan of Courage. Yeah, that's what I thought.
The dark side I sense in you.
Don't give me any of your sass, Yoda. I could have you digitally replaced with Hayden Christensen anytime I want to. He is coming out, and he will be wonderful. Period.
It's a trap.
I said that was enough. Don't make me call George.
What?
No.
Enough of this. This bickering is pointless.
That's better. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your Star Wars Weekends host, Warren David.
Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. And welcome to the Stars of the Saga, the Star Wars celebrity talk show. Everyone having a good time at Star Wars Weekends? Fantastic. It's great to see you all here this afternoon. We do have a great show lined up for you. Really a couple of great guests this afternoon. I'd like to kick things off though with a small Star Wars joke, if you would allow me. Okay, here goes. What did Obi-Wan Kenobi say when he saw the Emperor pull his pants down?
That's no moon. That's a space station.
Ben Kenobi, ladies and gentlemen, Ben Kenobi is here.
Well, I sensed you were back at the world they call Disney,
yes.
so I thought I'd pop over and give you some more guidance in the ways of the talk show host.
Oh, well, thank you very much, Ben. But this is my second year as host. I really don't need any guidance.
Warwick,
Yes?
you must complete your training.
Oh, yes, of course,
The
sorry.
dark side is powerful, easier, more seductive.
Yes, yes.
Don't take the path Jerry Springer did.
No.
He was once a pupil of mine.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Ben. I will be careful. I will be careful.
I'll be here if you need me.
Super. Ladies and gentlemen, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Fantastic. Everyone's here at Star Wars Weekend. Well, now it's time to introduce my first guest. She started her career in the movie business behind the scenes at George Lucas's Industrial Light and Magic. But she was destined for a future much bigger and brighter. She was cast as Aayla Secura in Revenge of the Sith and was instantly killed by a clone trooper during the execution of Order 66. Well, let's see her in action.
We will not be hostages to King Bardo, Dooku.
So now let's bring her from behind the scenes to the front of the scenes out here. Please welcome everyone's favourite Jedi, Aayla Secura, Amy Allen. Well, here we are at Star Wars Weekend. Your second visit to us here, is that right?
Third.
Third now. Third. And so how do you enjoy yourself here? What's your favourite thing to do?
Well, I love coming here actually, but I think obviously meeting everybody, meeting all the fans is always.
Do you do the Jedi Training Academy while you're here?
I don't.
You don't. You should go and check that out.
I could probably use it. I'm probably brushing up on my skills.
Fantastic. Well, you meet fans all over the world as well.
I do.
You travel the world as a Jedi, because it's a very distinguished role to have had. Have you got any fun fan stories? Any crazy stories?
Everyone actually, there hasn't ever been anything too crazy. I mean, I have to say, one of the craziest things that I've seen to date is meeting people. Well, there's one of them actually.
Oh.
The infamous Elvis Stormtrooper.
But they're all, on the whole, they're all very nice and very gracious.
Yeah, very, very
always very
gracious, very
enthusiastic,
nice.
like our crowd here. All pleased to see you today. Now, tell me, I mean, I've been speaking to guests on previous weekends here, and it seems that everybody became involved with Star Wars through some sort of chance, being in the right place at the right time. I know
Exactly.
certainly that was my story. I was involved, you know, in exactly that way. I was just very lucky. Is that how it was for you?
Yeah, it was exactly that. It was luck. It was being in the right place at the right time. And fortunately, I graduated college. I lived in San Francisco. I studied film at San Francisco State. My first job out of college was a PA, production assistant at one of George Lucas's companies, which is called Industrial Light and Magic, also known as ILM.
Now they do all the visual effects for Star Wars and other movies.
They do. Yeah. So I was a PA on episode 2, and this comic book appeared one day at work, and my production manager brought a Xerox copy of the comic book and said, George Lucas has decided to add this character into the movie. It was kind of a last minute thing, and the movie was coming out in May, and this happened in January, and it was all kind of a real, you know, happened very fast. And so they said, we think you'd be good for it, and you know, we'll take a picture of you, we'll take some Polaroids, we'll send them up to George at the ranch, and if he says, you know, yes, then good to go. And he said yes, and he came down for the first day of filming and said to me, you have no idea what you're getting yourself into, and you have no idea how much this will change your life, and it really did.
Absolutely,
So-
you've had the chance to travel the world and come to Star Wars Weekend,
Yep.
which is
Yeah,
obviously
it's been great.
the pinnacle of it all.
Yeah.
Now, have you had any acting experience at all? Were you that way inclined, amateur dramatics, anything like that?
It was, you know, the thing that was really cool about it is I worked with this crew for months and months. I knew everybody. We were all a family. So
Yeah.
for me to get this crazy costume on and paint myself blue and walk around with these tentacles and a lightsaber, I felt comfortable because I knew everybody, so I knew I could basically go out there and kind of do my thing, really not knowing what to do,
Yeah.
and pull it off. 'Cause
Now, being a Jedi, what was it like to hold a lightsaber? I'm sure everybody here would like to know that. When they gave you your lightsaber, was that a special feeling?
yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I mean, even if you're not a huge Star Wars fan, Star Wars is one of those things where it exists. You know it. It's very present in our lives.
Yeah.
And so you know, who hasn't seen an image of a lightsaber? So to actually stand there in front of a bunch of people and hold one was like, oh my gosh.
Fantastic, fantastic.
strange.
Well, let's just remind ourselves now of Amy's work in episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Fought gallantly, worthy of recognition in the archives of the Jedi Order. Now, it is finished. Surrender, and your lives will be spared. We will not be hostages to be bartered, Dooku.
Now there you are, Amy, there you are. Look, you're surrounded by these amazing actors. Now tell me, what was it like working with Samuel L. Jackson in that scene there? What was that
I
like?
couldn't tell you.
Why not? Wasn't very talkative? Why not?
Nope, wasn't very talkative at all. In fact, didn't say a word.
He didn't say what about Ewan McGregor then? Obviously a lovely man, right close to you there. What was
Heard
he
he's a
like?
lovely guy. Never had the pleasure of meeting him.
Never met him?
Nope, never met him.
Christopher Lee? No?
Never met him.
The dirt? Was there dirt there?
No dirt.
Nothing there. So Amy, tell me about it. So,
No dirt in any way. No film dirt, no actor juicy gossip dirt, no dirt at all.
so where were you? What was going on? Explain this, please.
I was actually in Northern California, in Marin County at ILM. We have a couple sound stages there, and since I was a last minute addition and they had already finished all the principal photography, we basically did everything. I did everything in front of a green screen, and obviously through the magic of visual effects, they can stick me exactly where they need to. It looks like I was there on the day shooting with.
So what a lonely time it was for you.
Very lonely.
So did anyone describe to you at that point, well, Sam Jackson's over there?
Yeah, I mean,
Mason?
you can see they show you, storyboards and what's called an animatic, and you can kind of get an idea of how the scene's, supposed to look, and then we're going to place you here, and so you definitely get a sense of where you're supposed to be and what your environment's like. And
Now, since that movie, since your kind of step into the world of film and acting, have you been, have you a desire to kind of follow that through further, or are you back behind the camera again now?
back